So that to me is an important thing to finally be a little bit more open about the matter. But like I often say, I'm not looking for people to give me permission to do anything. I'm just going to do the analysis myself of what I have. Avi Loeb has taken the same approach. He said, I'm not going to wait for the government to give me telescopic information about technologies
Please speak
or
with
things
Rabbi
that might
in
be even on our own
Discord.
solar system. I'm just going to collect it myself. And, and that's the right way to do it.
Oh, for
Right?
these.
Don't wait for somebody else to give it to you.
It's also possible to inspire a large folks.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it was different, but it's the world we live in. It was different, but it's the world we live in. But related to that UAP task force announcement, the bill was passed and the Department of Defense is now formally established as an office to collate that information and also to be transparent about it. Money is now set aside.
Right. What do you think of just, in case people don't know, the DoD established
Oh,
a
that's
department to
so
study UFOs
way ahead of its time.
called airborne
Ah,
naming command. But yes, Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group.
It needs to be renamed, but
AOI MSG. AO, alright, is directed by the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. Don't generally understand about the scientific mind is I don't know how capitalism,
but the you will only do the research where there's money. And why do most people work?
So funny as shit.
Many biologists
Can I call you Mr.
work in
D's?
cancer research
D's?
because there's a lot of money there. It's an important problem, but
Hilarious.
I might not have ever gotten involved in it if there wasn't money. I might have gone and I was going to be a botanist when I was a kid. That's what I wanted to do. So having money available will bring people to bear. Now, another mistake that's often actually made, I think, by the lay public about science is that
Bro, I
people
already
think
told
that
you
we're
about
paid
George
to
and
do
the
things.
Rabbis
Just
Discord,
as you
bro.
said, I get a research grant, and luckily from the NIH, they give you a fair amount of latitude. I will go my own way, and I'll find something. I might have proposed something, but I'll end up somewhere entirely different by the end of the project. And that's how good science is done. You follow the data, you follow the results. And so that's what I'm hoping can be done here. I think the worst kind of thing that could be done with this subject area is to put it inside another company where they have a set plan of what it is they're going to do, and the scientists either do what the executives tell them to do or not. That isn't how anything will really get discovered. Get it out into the public, get open minds thinking about it, and then publishing on it and doing the right kind of work. That's how real progress will be made with this.
Let's again put our sort of philosophical hats on. Do you think the U.S. government or some other government is in possession of something of extraterrestrial origin that is far more impressive than anything we've seen in the public?
I've not seen anything personally, but if I believe the people who I don't think can lie, yes.
How does that make you feel in terms of the way government works, the way our human civilization works, that there might be things like that, and they're not public? Is there a hopeful message for transparency that's possible? Like if you were in power, and I'm not saying president because maybe the president is not the source of power here, would you release this information in some way or form?
Yes. If I were, I think it would. I think it's something that can bring humanity together, right? I think that knowledge of this kind of thing, to know that we are more alike than we are different in comparison to whatever this is a positive thing for us. And to know, I don't necessarily care that the government has been hiding it, and I think people have been talking about what we should give government officials or whatever publicity. I think that's probably the right answer. We don't. This isn't a time to look back and say you did something wrong. You did whatever you did because that was the data you had available to you at the time, and you had good reasons for doing it. Now, if your reasons were selfish, if your reasons were you wanted to do it because you wanted to monetize it yourself to your benefit, but against that of others, then I think maybe there's something else that could be said. But you know, an opportunity to get all this information out if I were in charge, I would try to do it. Now, I might be shown something though that says there's a reason why you don't want to let anybody know this. Maybe you don't want everybody having access to unlimited energy, because maybe you might turn into a bomb.
Or something that gives you hints that something like unlimited energy is possible, but you haven't figured it out yet. And if you make it public, maybe some of the other governments you have tensions with will figure it out first.
Right.
I mean,
it's kind of an arms race going on, I think.
All forms. And it makes me truly sad because it's obvious that, for example, the origins of the COVID virus, it's obvious to me that the Chinese government, whatever the origins are, is interested in not releasing information about it because it can only be bad for the Chinese government. And every government thinks like this. Like, this is the disappointment to me, talking to PR folks at companies. They're always nervous. They're always like conservative.
Right.
In the sense like, well, if we release more stuff, it can only be bad. And then an Elon Musk character comes along who tweets ridiculous memes and doesn't give a fuck. And I've been encouraging CEOs, I've been encouraging people to be transparent. And of course, government and national security is really like another level. It's human lives at stake. But let's start at the lighter case of just releasing some of the awesome insides of how the sausage is made, the technology, being transparent about it, because it excites people. It, like you said, it connects people. It inspires them. It's good for the brand. It's good for everybody. I honestly think this kind of idea that people will steal information and will use it against you is an idea that's not truly an idea of the 20th century. Like you said, some of the benefits of the social media, our social world, is that transparency is beneficial, and I hope governments will learn that lesson. Of course, they're usually the last to learn such lessons.
Right.
What do you make of Bob Lazar's story in terms of possession of aircraft? Do you believe him?
I don't believe in the Bob Lazar story, to be quite honest. I mean, Jeremy Corbell has done a great job interviewing him, and has done some, beautiful documentaries. I just don't. I don't know how to interpret it.
You're
And
stupid, dog.
And again, some of the people who fraternize with think it's all rubbish. But maybe he's right, but I don't know. I mean, the
This guy
problem is,
sucks.
and this is a little bit different about how I approach the whole area than a lot of others. I'm less interested in going over old paperwork and all these old histories of who said what, the whole he said, she said of the history of UFOs. I'm a scientist. I worked on the brain area because it's something I can collect data on. I can go back to the same individual, collect their MRI again, and we do it. I can hand that MRI to somebody else, they can analyze it. I can get materials, I can analyze them, I can get some of these skeletons. I won't touch any skeletons ever again, but I can analyze it and somebody else can reproduce the data. I mean, that's what I'm good at. And so,
you suck dick at life, dog.
I'm not going to go into
You don't believe
I'm not a
Bob
historian.
Lazar? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's true, but there's a human side to it. Sometimes I think with these, because again, anomalous, rare events, some of the data is inextricably connected to humans. The observations.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I hope in the future, that sensory data will not be polluted by human direct observations,
Yeah.
like we've talked about pilots. And so it's an interesting question to me whether Bob Lazar is telling the truth, whether he believes he's telling the truth
Yeah.
too, and what also what impact his story and stories like his have on the willingness of governments to be transparent and so on. So, you have to credit his story
What is this
for
asshole's name?
captivating the
This guy
imagination of
sucks.
people and then getting the conversation going.
He's
What do you know
maintained
about
the
Lazar?
story for all these years with little to no change
Gary Nolan
that I'm
sucks.
aware of. So, but there's so many other people who are, let's say, experts in that story.
Their gut, you accumulate a
Yeah,
set
dog,
of
I'm an
sort of
expert in that fucking story.
circumstantial evidence where your gut will say that somebody is not there.
Yeah.
You mentioned Avi Loeb. I forgot to ask you about Oumuamua. Because you've analyzed specimens here on Earth, what do you make of that one? And what do you make broadly of our efforts to look at rocks,
Yes, ma'am.
essentially, but look at objects flying around in our solar
How you doing,
system?
girl?
Is that a value?
Hello?
Where's your phone at? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, because you were talking. What's up?
Oh, I just said hello.
Oh, I love you too. Hope you're having a good
How's
evening.
your day?
My day was amazing. I figured out a really good way to spam people, like even better than I have been. And let's do a quick breakdown. 43 minutes ago, somebody with a Paris Hilton avatar wrote, "This motherfucker, I am not speaking with Rabbi on Discord," and they took a screenshot of my message, and it's like just helps to promote me. Then this person below, this chick wrote, "Share to be a trillionaire," and then the person with the Paris Hilton avatar again wrote, "Share both of these nuts," and it made me laugh because it's just a funny joke that I really like. I like that joke. It's so simple, and it reminds me of the Chappelle Show, where there's this little boy who asks an older man if he can call him Mr. Dees, and the older man says, "Mr. Dees," and the little boy goes, "Dees nuts," and it's like a joke from 20 years ago that still makes me laugh. It's a, hey, I don't know if it came from that. That was a joke. That's just been a joke for a long time, but that that kind of made it more popular. And I just think those kind of jokes are really funny. So here's my strategy if you care. Okay, normally what I have to do is I have to create an account and then I have to solve a captcha. You know these captchas, I've told you about them like 1,000 times. And that takes time, and the project or my spamming can't continue if I'm not doing the captchas, which means at night when I'm asleep I can't spam for like 8 hours or sometimes 10 hours or however long I sleep, 5 hours, whatever. And I'm about efficiency. I want this bad boy going 24/7, 365. So I figured out this really pretty brilliant strategy. So what it is I have these computers that are spamming. And then I have these phones that are creating the accounts for me. And I can make a lot of accounts pretty quickly with these phones. And then I have them saved in a spreadsheet. And I have my bot program to just go down the line and get a new account. Welcome, how are you? What up, future? How you living, pimp? How'd you find out about me?
Um,
Bro, I always join Aiden's Discord. You're always in the.
Oh yeah, okay. What's good, my friend?
What's good, bro?
Dude, what'd you think about Aiden's fight with AB, Antonio
I didn't
Brown?
even see it, bro.
Oh, dude, Antonio
I didn't see
Brown
it yet.
fired, I think, multiple gunshots. It's all on Kick and streams and stuff. But basically, Antonio. But
Yeah, I gotta go look that up.
do you know who Antonio Brown is?
Yeah.
All right, so AB.
Oh no, I heard about like I heard that he got jumped or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so um, he was like detained, but he was not arrested because he didn't do anything wrong. And like people got it on. They didn't get like the. They got it like the sound on camera and stuff. But that was at an Aiden Ross event, so that was pretty wild. How are things in your neck of the woods?
Chilling, bro.
Are you slaying a dick like it's
Yeah.
going out of style?
Hell yeah, bro.
Excellent.
I'll be slinging dick at work.
All right, that's not always a good move. Are there some shorties there who you have your eye on?
Yeah, bro. If it's a bad shorty, it's a good move for me.
All right,
That's what I
so
see.
so tell me about the one you got your eye on. Is she bad?
She fly, she bad.
All right. So what's your plan? What's your strategy? How you gonna pick this chick up?
Shit, it's been a minute since I talked to a chick now, so I'm gonna just walk in that bitch tomorrow. So the next time I see her, I'm gonna keep a little distance from her, but not too far.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to ask out your coworkers. So what about like Tinder or Plenty of Fish or Match or Bumble or any of those?
Oh nah, if I'm gonna be real, I'm not even like searching for love right now. But I still see cute people at my work, but I'm not fucking with them. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
talk to
that's
them.
a good move. I mean, if you want to keep your job, but also if they're in a relationship or they just don't like you, it's super awkward then. Nobody wants to work in that kind of environment.
Oh no, yeah, yeah. I never ask out coworkers.
Good move. All right. So you're not looking to get your dick wet?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Not right now.
All right. So you're just chilling. I got you. Well, what's been taking up your days? What have you
What's
been
been
up
taking
to?
up my days?
Yeah, obviously not getting your dick wet or slaying a dick or tearing up pussy. What have you been doing?
Working, staying in the house, staying out the way.
Jerking yourself raw. Okay. Have you been playing any games? Playing any sports? You've been following sports?
I did sports. I was just in college. I'm doing some shit, so I can't go back to college. I'm working. I'm trying to find a new job.
All right.
Not
What do you
really
want to be?
like
All right. What do you want to
chilling
be when you
now.
grow up?
I'm dealing with certain shit.
I got you.
Huh?
I got you. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Later.
A leader?
An influencer.
All right. Well, you're influencing me right now. All right. So you basically just want to travel the world, hook up with hot chicks, and put it all on Instagram.
That, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that.
All right. I mean, that sounds like a good
Also,
life. All right.
just whatever,
So
just whatever floats my boat. I want to do like certain shit. I want to like just find shit to do.
okay.
Like right now, I want to like just do certain shit for myself.
What's your platform of choice?
YouTube.
Oh, you've got a YouTube channel.
I don't do no content.
Oh, okay. You think you're gonna be an influencer without any content, son?
Yeah.
Okay, how's that gonna work? Nobody's gonna know about you.
But anyone around me, they I influence them the right way.
Okay, well, why don't you share that with the world?
I feel like I gotta take a couple of steps first. Like I gotta deal with certain shit first, and then I could probably influence the world.
Okay, you know that we are.
I want to leave a mark on the world, low key.
All right. You know that you are 373 days away from Grand Theft Auto 6 being launched.
Yeah,
Are you going to tear
370.
373?
Okay,
Are you going to tear that up when it's released?
I think I should. Yeah, I was looking into. I haven't finished like the campaign of GTA 5. That's like something I want to do
Dog, you've only
before
had
I
10 years to
before the
finish
game
that
comes
game.
out.
Dog, you've only had 10 years to finish that game.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so that's cool. Are you going to be a GTA 6 influencer?
I might. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I think.
You should start doing a video a day as a countdown, starting with like 1 year out. And then you've got some content. And then when you start to stream, people be like, oh, this person, they have been streaming at least once a day, doing a countdown on GTA 6 for a year. I want to follow them because they've hyped it.
You're right. I should stream GTA 5.
You should, absolutely, and get a little bit of an audience. But then the big one is GTA 6. So I understand you're dealing with some stuff in your life. Everybody's got that. I get that. But you've got to have goals and plans. You want to be an influencer. You like to game. And this is going to be the biggest game launch in global history.
Yeah, yeah. I know. It's gonna be crazy. This game has been waiting for like 10 years and shit. It's gonna be like the big next big thing. I heard there's gonna be like crypto or some shit inside of it. I don't know what's going on, but
And you're
Oh
go-
wow.
and you're going to have the opportunity and enough time to be able to prep an audience for it. When you stream, how many people watch you simultaneously? Zero. So you got a whole year to increase that to more than zero. And you multi-stream it. So when you put your work in on YouTube, it's also going on Twitch and Rumble and Kick, and you'll get some people following you, and you hype them up. We've got 365 days until Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm playing the final campaign of GTA 5. Feel free to like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. 364 days, 363 days, and 300 days, and 200 days. Then you start hyping people up 100 days, and then you camp out at a GameStop or whatever. You do a 24-hour stream right before, and just get people excited for it.
sounds like a plan.
Absolutely. All right. And if you tell me that you're doing it or whenever you're doing it, I'll watch you. So at least you'll get that 0 to 1, and I'll tell people to watch it. Be like, hey, do you guys know Future? They're gonna be like, who the fuck is Future? I'm gonna be like, Future's been doing a countdown for Grand Theft Auto every single day until its launch, and he's a huge GTA 6 influencer. He's got cryptocurrency. He gets donations, and you'll be able to have your own little nice spot in the world. And then those shorties at work will start hitting you up, and you don't have to worry about a sexual harassment lawsuit. And also, you'll have your pick of the litter.
Thanks.
Word dog. Have you been watching Aiden?
I'm never hitting up girls at my work.
No, I understand. I'm kind of just joking around. Have
Yeah,
Have you been watching Aiden Ross's streams?
not his streams. I've been active in his Discord a while ago. I was in his Discord for a while,
Okay. Yeah, dude,
but just
it used to be popping, and then they made it like really private, and I'm like the only person ever in there. But they used to have every single day like 20 people in there every day, 20
yeah,
solid.
I was in there. I was in there during those days.
Right? People used to give me all
I ain't
kinds of
gonna lie.
shit.
I was in there during the talent shows and shit. Hey, actually, one of the talent shows event, they actually put me in there. He was like, all right, what's your talent? I didn't expect. I was just sitting there. I
Dog,
didn't expect. that I
Doug,
was going to get pulled. I was like all those hundreds of people that was in that shit.
Doug, what
But
was
I pulled it. I got pulled into a Discord call with like two of Aiden's like friend or moderators or something in that Discord.
was Citrus there?
He was like, "What's your talent?" I think yeah. He was like, "What's your talent?" I think Citrus was the one that pulled me.
Right, he would have been. All right, so what's your talent?
I said I didn't know. I didn't know, and then they just removed me. I said, "Fuck."
Dude,
That was like the fucking.
how the fuck are you gonna say that you won the talent show when you didn't have any talent?
No, I didn't know. I didn't want a talent show. I was saying I got pulled into a call. I was just saying like I was I was in during the days where it was like active, where like they had talent shows and shit. I was just saying that I was in there.
I gotcha. Well, you dropped the ball. If you did have a talent, what would it be?
I don't know. I've been that's the thing. Like ever since that day, I've been thinking about talents.
Can you
I
sing?
think I have like hidden talent. I think I have a hidden talent where I can sing.
Okay, what's your favorite song to sing?
I don't know, but I want to be a rock star.
That is that the song?
No, that's not the song, but I like rock music.
All right, I like it how you want to be an influencer, but you don't have you don't influence, and you want to be a rock star, but you don't know any songs. Just putting it out there. Start learning some songs. Get comfortable in front of the camera. If you want to be a rock star, I have all the support for you in the world. I think you could be, but you got to have more confidence in yourself. I know you could sing. I bet you could. There's a song out there that you could sing where you could show people that you have a talent. What's your favorite song in the world?
I don't know.
Okay, well, what's a song that you like?
A song that I like. Okay. Alright, a song that I like is I'm gonna probably list a hip hop song.
Okay, that's cool. I know every hip hop song ever.
You know Wiz Khalifa?
Of course. Do you know the thrill of it? I think it's just called The Thrill.
The Thrill by Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, you know that song? That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right now.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time. It starts, college educated, she graduated.
That's your favorite song of all time.
Oh, fuck no. No, 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 no. That's one of my favorite songs of all time, though.
Oh, that song. Yeah, I like that song. I haven't heard it. I like it though.
She's addicted to
I've been like
champagne.
heavy on Wiz Khalifa.
All right. So you
Uh,
so you
song
like
that I like. Okay, song that I like. No Matter What by Young Dolph.
all right, sing it.
I'm gonna keep a bad bitch no matter what. That's all I know.
That's cool. You've got a great background and you've got a great personality. You should let the camera display that. You should say to yourself, you know what? Rabbi's right. I should put in 1 hour work on a stream. I may not get that many people who watch me, but 1 year from now, when they're launching Grand Theft Auto 6, I'll be a pretty big influencer. And I'll have people who subscribe to me, and I'll have an audience, and then all I have to do is play video games and get paid for it. Word dog, I know I'm right. It's just here's the biggest hurdle is people are very self-conscious. I know you're self-conscious. Everybody's self-conscious, especially with the camera, because they're like, "Wow, exactly." And you just got to get over that. I mean, I sleep on camera. I'm live into Aiden Ross's. You know that like I'm the least affected person by this because I have worn down that anxiety. I no longer have that social anxiety. You see me do whatever. When anybody ever rips on me, I'm able to take it. I let any kind of hate roll off me like water off a duck's back. It doesn't bother me. And you have to be bulletproof yourself. It's not easy being an influencer. But if you want to do it, and that's what you've said you want to do, you got to start somewhere. And I'm not saying you have to do 24-hour streams like I do, and I'm not saying that you have to have 50 million people watching you simultaneously like Aiden Ross does. But what you do have to do is hit that go live button, and you have to do it regularly and consistently. I've heard there's a streamer on Kick. He's a friend of mine. He's ex Straight Savage. He gets paid to stream. He's bought 2 cars this year just from Kick. And I've asked him, if you have any advice to new streamers and for people in our audience, and he sums it up pretty well. I would say you got to network, you got to be consistent, and you have to be you. And you network well. I mean, you know people, and you know me, and you know some influencers. You got to be consistent though. Like you say, you've got a YouTube channel. I understand you don't have many people watching you. That's totally fine. But you have to have the content. You have like you do cool stuff in your life, but none of it's captured, none of it's recorded. And the other thing is, you just be yourself. You don't let people get to you. But like you literally can say to yourself, 1 year from now, do I want to be ready for the biggest launch in the history of gaming with an audience and people who have subbed to me? Or do I want to just be sitting here talking about maybe one day hooking up with some chick, maybe on my lunch hour or something like that? I know you're not doing that, but you know what I'm saying. Like basically, you want to make moves, and one way to make moves is just by hitting that go live button. And I'm not saying you have to do it for 4 or 5 hours. That's long. But if you do it for an hour a day,
How many hours would you recommend?
1 hour, I would tell you this: you do 1 hour a day for the next 365 days or so. You can do that.
Might do more than an hour.
Okay, then that's great. But what you don't want to do is burn yourself out and say, well, I did 4 hours yesterday. I'm not going to do it today. No, at least 1 hour a day. And you don't have to do it. I mean, literally, it could just be you in front of your computer and you look on Reddit or you look on YouTube. You just watch stuff and you do reaction clips. You just have to recognize if you want to be an influencer, you have to influence somebody. People have to get to know you. I have a huge database, the largest database of any individual on earth when it comes to the amount of video that I have. Aiden Ross has huge amounts of video. You can go back and see him mature through the years, and you can go and see Amaranth when she just started and where she is today, and Fusi and all of those people, and you want to be like that as well. And I'm telling you, it's free to multi-stream. You get on Kick, you get on Rumble, you get on YouTube, you get on Twitch. You do 4 at once. All of your chats are unified, and so you've got 4 times the audience, and you just start making moves. You do collaborations with people. That's a great way to do it. I'll tell you a really good way that I got to meet a lot of influencers is this. I just started my own podcast. And how did I do it? I went on Spotify. Spotify has a creator app, and what you do is you go into someone's stream, like a Kick stream or a YouTube stream, as a chatter, and you just say, "Hey, do you want to be on my podcast?" Everybody says yes because it's free. Like everybody wants to be on a podcast, and everybody wants that free influence, and so you can do it right there with them. It's really easy, and I did it with some of the biggest streamers that they have on Kick, including Ori and Sam Bond and X Straight Savage. And my podcast was nothing special. I asked the same 73 questions to all the people. I didn't want them to be intimidated. I didn't want to have a gotcha. And you can do the same thing. These don't have to be 6-hour podcasts, but that way, every single person with whom you make a connection, now you have an influencer friend. Now you build a network. They're going to help you, and you can help them. It's just that you got to get the ball rolling somehow if you want to be an influencer. Uh, the main thing though is having the account. Well, one of the main things is having the account. Do you have a Flickr account? No. Do you have a Reddit account? Yeah, you do. Good.
Yes.
Do you have an Imager account? No, that's okay. But what I'm saying is you got to get the top 20 platforms. So you have a YouTube account. Do you have a Rumble account?
I do.
Excellent. Do you have a Twitch account?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a Kick account?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a Linktree account? Okay, so you need that because that's going to be the thing that links you all your social media. If I'm just checking you out and I want to see your stuff, I go to that Linktree account and I get all your social media. Do you have a Snapchat account?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have an Instagram account? Do you have a Facebook account? Okay, I understand you may not want to put all these things on there, but you got a Discord account, so you basically have the main accounts, but you need all of them. If anything, you don't want somebody to come in and impersonate you. So what does that mean? Do you have a Twitter account?
I do.
Excellent. Do you have a Blue Sky account?
No.
That's fine. So you'd want to get a Blue Sky account, a Mastodon account, and a Truth Social account. You don't have to tweet on them or whatever, but you just want them so that somebody else doesn't swipe up your name because they will. And you get all of these accounts. There are about 20 main platforms. Here, if you want to know what they are, I have them listed in this Discord.
Yeah, yeah. Can you send me a list or something?
Dude, they're below. Just look below, and you'll see a list of them. It's YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Africa TV, which is big in South Korea, Instagram, Imager, Reddit, Discord, Monkey, Bilibili, Vaughn Live, Ome TV, Flickr, Telegram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Tumblr, VKontakte, though you might not be able to get that one because it's in Russian.
Oh, I see it.
So yeah, just get each one of those.
SoundCloud, WeChat, WhatsApp, Nextdoor, Locals.
Exactly. And you get those, and at least if anything, other people can't steal your platform. And then what you do is you take all those and connect them in your link tree, and then you've got a powerful weapon in terms of being an influencer and in terms of being able to market yourself. So then when you get somebody who says, hey, what are your socials? You just say, go to my link tree, and you've got all your socials there. They're nice and organized. Maybe somebody doesn't use Twitter, but they do use Instagram. Or they don't use Instagram, but they do use Twitter. Everybody's got their own sauce that they like, and this way you give them as many options to be able to follow and connect with you as possible. And then from there, it's about co- just being consistent as a streamer. So one thing that people like about my stream is that I'm always here. I'm always available. So they always know if they're ever bored, they can come connect with me. I'm not saying that you want to do that. In fact, I discourage you from doing it because it unless you can do it financially, unless you could really say I can do this for the next few years. But if you don't, which I understand, then just do it an hour a day. So what does that mean? That means at 7 o'clock, whatever your time is, or the hot time, you'll find it. You do from 7 to 8, and you can go through the sports scores. You can go through what's cool on Reddit or trending on Twitter. You can do Monkey App. Do you know what Monkey App is?
Yeah, yeah, I know what that is.
Absolutely. So just do Monkey App and Omi TV, and you do that for an hour. And you, pardon me?
I can get some clips in.
Absolutely, 100%. And then you've got content. Then what you do after you do it for a week or a month or so, you'll have enough clips to have a really nice compilation. You upload that to YouTube, and it gets hot because it's fast. It's for people with short attention spans, and 1 or 2 minute clip compilation of you can catch somebody's attention, make them follow you, perhaps make them want to do a collaboration with you. But I'm just saying, you don't want to be here May 19th, 2026, saying, Shh, you know what? Grand Theft Auto is going to be launching, and I remember talking with Rabbi a year ago, and I wanted to be an influencer, and this is the perfect opportunity to do it, and I still haven't done it. I still don't have a link tree. I mean, you don't want to do that. And I understand you've got stuff that you're handling in your life. Nothing that I've said really is going to get in the way of that. It's very easy and free to get all of these social media accounts, so you get those, and then just doing an hour a night. Heck, you could have streamed this, and it would have been fine, and you would have had content.
It's definitely doable, even though like if I am dealing with shit, I can still do it.
100%. We're all dealing with shit. You don't think that Amaranth's dealing with shit? She got robbed for her
Oh no, I know everyone has their own problems.
$40 million
Everyone
cryptocurrency.
has their own problems.
$40 million cryptocurrency. You don't think Aiden Ross just had bullets fired at his most recent boxing event? I mean, you're right. Everybody does have stuff going on. So you just have to say, I don't have to be those people, but I do need to start streaming, and I do need to make content. And I've got to say that your content doesn't have to be perfect. Don't be. I mean, there are some things on which to be a perfectionist, but there are other things that you just say, you know what, it's fine. I'm gonna just go and stream, and if my hair wasn't perfect, that's fine. I'm gonna keep the stream. I'm not gonna delete it, and you're gonna have if you started streaming tomorrow, or not even, but like this week, you will have
Yeah.
365 hours worth of content this time next year, right before Grand Theft Auto launches. You'll know everything about the game. You'll probably have 1,000 followers on all of these different platforms, and these aren't fake followers; these are organic followers. And if I were you, I'd start my own Discord. You're on Discord a lot. So start a Discord. I'm not saying that you have to live in the Discord, but it gives the people an opportunity to be able to connect with you in just another way. And you're on Discord so much that you know a lot of people on
You're
Discord.
right. You're right. I should have my own. I already have my own Discord server, but I'm gonna make a new one.
That's fine.
Like a more
Absolutely.
like actual better one.
Look at my Discord and all the different stuff there is. I've got music bots, I've got karaoke bots, I've got different, like, every kind of interest that you'd ever want. I've got start your own channels. If you don't want to talk with me, that's fine. Start your own channel. You can do that. I've got an arena. I've got a ton of different stuff. I'm not saying you have to make it look just like mine, but just know that there's a lot. I know you know that there's a lot you can do with it. And so put all your social media in there, put all your interests in there, connect with people, and by this time, 1 year from now, you'll have subscribers. You'll have literally people who are paying you money to just be you. It's going to be a really exciting opportunity for you. If you want to be an influencer, that's what you've got to do. If you just want to work a job, that's cool too. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying you could probably do both. You work your 8-hour job or do whatever you need to do, whatever job you want to work, and then just 1 hour a night you just put in the work, you hit that go live button, and you start connecting with people. And like you said, you know, you can get really great clips from Monkey App and Omi TV, and you'll meet some new people too. You'll get people who follow you. I mean, one of the best things to do on Monkey App and Omi TV is this. You go. I've done this for years. I'll be on Monkey App, and it'll be somebody, and I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to see yourself on YouTube?" They'll be like, "Yeah, I want to see myself on YouTube." Be like, "All right, type Rabbi Rothschild in YouTube, filter by live," and I'll show them on camera themselves, and they're blown away by that. It's an easy thing to do, and then you get a subscriber right away. So I'm not gonna harp on it anymore. You know what to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Big Dog. I'm here if you need any support. Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, again, if you need any advice or support, I'll give you everything that I can. And if you really want to be an influencer, you have to say to yourself, how badly do you want it? And if you want it, then you got to go all in. Nobody is going to consider you an influencer if you don't have content.
Okay.
But you're cool,
Yeah, that's
man.
true.
You're cool, and you're around cool people. You've got a great look. You've got a great background. People will follow you. You just, basically have to put yourself out there.
I think Don Long is here too.
Can you repeat that, please?
I turned 21 this year too.
Excellent, man. So, dude, that's a huge thing. You should do a countdown until when you turn 21.
Okay.
That's a big deal, man. Dude, when I turned 21, I had two 21st birthdays because I had different groups of friends. And I'm telling you, that's a big event in your life because it's probably the last big birthday that you have. Why? Because everything else after that is just basically um, there are no other highlights. You know, at 25 you get to rent a
Yeah.
car. At 40 you're considered like a elderly basically. At 65 it's like Social Security. There are no other really big. You know, maybe your 50th birthday might be pretty big, but 21 go all out for it. I mean, you don't have to give me the exact date, but is it like in a few months?
It's, it's July 31st.
All right, perfect, man. So you've got like 2 months, a little bit more that you could do a countdown for that, and then like basically, if you're going out to a bar and you're able to say that you're an influencer, that's a great way in with women. I mean, as opposed to, yeah, I work in the drive-through, which I'm not putting down people who work in the drive-through. That is a respectable job, and people are needed to do that. But a lot of people do that. It's not sexy though. Being an influencer is sexy. So you get some chick who's in a bar and you're like, "Oh, it's your 21st birthday? Yeah. What do you do?" "Oh, I'm an influencer." "Oh, really? What's your Instagram?" "Oh, here's my Instagram. Here's my link tree. You can see all my stuff. I stream every day. I've actually been doing a countdown to my 21st birthday. That's why I'm here at the bar, and I've got all my friends here. We're having a good time. You want a shot? We'll do a shot together or whatever." And then from there, you're 21. Then anytime you go out, you'll be a real influencer. You just won't be someone who has an Instagram account. You'll be like, "Yeah, I create content. You can follow me. I do at least an hour stream every single night."
Hey, bro, I appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, man. I've picked up a lot of chicks in my life, and I'm telling you, these things work. And I haven't even done it really as an influencer. I've done it in other ways too. I have a great personality. I'm a nice person. I'm intelligent. I can get women in other ways, but I'm telling you that the influencer aspect of this, especially for a young man in today's day and age, is a real panty dropper.
You said, wait, can you repeat that?
Being an influencer today is a real panty dropper, meaning it is attractive to women.
Oh, okay.
Every woman wants to be with a famous man. And even if you're not super famous, that's okay. You're going to have more fame than most people in the bar. Most people in the bar are not YouTubers, or at least not consistent YouTubers. And if you can at least say, "Yeah, I have a Twitch, I have a Rumble, I have a Kick, I have YouTube, and I stream every night. I meet people on Omi TV, I meet people on Monkey App, I have a podcast." I mean, like, women are gonna flock to you.
You said what?
Women are gonna flock to you if you're an influencer. Did you know that being an influencer is the number one desired career of people under age 25? So there are gonna be women who have Instagrams out there, OnlyFans or whatever, and they're gonna want to connect with you, and it's a big deal to be be a consistent streamer.
You're right.
All right, so go out and do it. Go
And
through,
there's gonna be haters along the way too.
dude.
There's gonna be hella haters.
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, there are going to be haters. You just have to recognize there's something that I learned a long time ago. I'll just give you the I'll give you the magic potion. All right, future. Do you know how you know if you're cool?
How? Like, is that a question you want me to answer?
Yes, it's a question that I want you to answer. Do you know how you know if you're
Really, I don't really. If I'm gonna be okay, so this is how. I don't really care if I'm cool. I'm just me. Like, I don't care if people don't fuck with me. I don't take shit personal.
absolutely
I,
and,
I know I
and
can read. I play off of energy. I can read them. I can read them.
absolutely This is it, and you're exactly right. This is how you know if you're cool. You just know. It's internal. No one can give you that. No matter how big your audience is,
I don't. Yeah,
no matter how many followers you have, no matter how much data you have.
So West School, I'm not gonna fucking like. If I was cool, I'm not gonna fucking like I'm humble about it. I'm not gonna fucking be like, oh, you're a bitch. I'm cooler than you. I'm more swagger than you. Like, no, that's immature. I feel
It's an internal
like
thing.
if you're cool, if look, I'm saying like if you're cool, don't go to people and be like, haha, you're a bitch. I'm better than you. I get more bitches than you. I'm more swagger than you.
Yeah, you don't want to put other people down.
Yeah, that's immature as fuck. That's immature as fuck. I feel like.
No, you're 100% right. You recognize it. Being cool isn't given to you externally; it comes internally. So if you know that you're cool, which it seemingly you do, then you'll be able to put up with any haters out there. So you know what to do, future. I gave you the list, or it's in this Discord. You just create all of those different accounts. You hook them up in Linktree. You make yourself a nice avatar, and then you.
All of those.
I'll tell you what. There's some that you. No, there's some that
In the
you don't.
link tree.
No, there's some that you don't need. But like, it's not a bad idea to make sure that you have an Imager or a Flickr or Telegram.
I'll put the main one.
The main one would be YouTube.
Tumblr probably.
No, YouTube's the main one.
Yeah.
All, all of those.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. It would take you like 2 hours to get them. If you, it takes like each one takes like 5 minutes. But people don't do it, and then they get impersonated, and then they boo-hoo later on because they have to report the person for impersonation, and now it becomes a he said, she said kind of deal on up to the moderation teams. You don't want it to be that way. Just get them, and then you're all set. Take your time, big man.
I'm back.
Okay.
I was talking.
Absolutely. All right, that's another thing you can do. I mean, join the 99 biggest influencers that you can find, and then have your own Discord, and make sure that your Discord links in your profile. Codes. You can definitely your positioning since you have a job. If you buy some followers, so that not all your accounts start at zero, that's always a definite bump. But even if you don't do that and you just start at zero, you'll have 1,000 people following you.
And it's like a bar and a bowling alley and like a. And it's like a bar and a bowling alley and like a arcade and skate rink.
Very
It's like
cool.
somewhere on the beach over here.
Okay, very
I live
cool.
in Florida.
Okay, excellent, man. So there's a lot of fun stuff to do there.
Florida.
Okay, excellent, man. So there's a lot of fun stuff to do there. And you do a countdown. I can't hear you. Do you want me to send you a game invitation? Okay. Okay. I'll find a game. Audie, I can't hear you. You have to type to me. Audie, I can't hear you. You have to type to me.
pursuit, or maybe most of the stories can be, most of the fascinating things can be discovered here on Earth or on other nearby planets.
Just going to Amulamua, I think
Oh, you're
Bobby's
talking?
insight.
Either your microphone sucks or you're not talking into it. Or both.
Wait, what happens if you go on the day stuff to disappear?
Yeah, you gotta start over to do that. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah.
He's kind of sick.
I know. I picked the wrong one. Don't worry, we'll find something better once it's over.